Welcome to Cookie Jar FX. I am your host, Eric Foreman, and we are on week 7, midweek analysis, reviewing the charts, reviewing the pairs that we had set up for this week. And if you guys remember the pairs that I was looking at, come Sunday on September 13th was Euro dollar, dollar CAD, pound Aussie, pound CAD, pound New Zealand. If you do remember, I was in that Euro dollar trade. Literally just closed that trade for reasonable profit that has now put us in a great position. Those are the finances charts. So just sold it here, 43.02 and then 52.62. With those finance charges included with the trade, we're now up to 478 now. So that puts us a little bit over day 10, which is where we need to be right now. So we'll see exactly where tomorrow leads on a trading opportunity. But it took a little longer on the Euro dollar trade, and I'll get into that right now, because of just the pullback, which was still in the sell zone area that I was anticipating for a reasonable move to the downside, as I had called at least move down to the daily 50 MA. So remember, Sunday's close was here. This is Monday. Well, this moved into like Sunday night. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then kind of like Thursday's bar now, which we're kind of on. This is Wednesday night, U.S. Eastern time. So this is Thursday's bar now. So it took a little drag, but by Tuesday, pullback still was in a negative on the trade. And then we had to move down, still slightly negative in the trade, or floating in the P&L at the end of Wednesday's close. And then Thursday evening, we just got this random successful drop down that I was able to trade out. So just phenomenal week thus far. That is, I don't know, roughly what, 90 something dollar. Yeah, about a $95 gain for the week. But remember, we had to retract on some profit, do some catching back up, and go from there. So we'll see if we get a pullback, a bounce back to the upside on the weekly. I am still anticipating a cone trade for the weekly on the Euro dollar. So if we get a push back up from the 50 and an opportunity to get back in, I'll definitely look to do that. If not, I'm going to be okay with that. But yeah, that's the Euro dollar trade. It came through for us this week. Took a little longer than anticipated, but that was pretty much most of the market, with the exception of the pound pairs, which I'll get into in a second. Looking at dollar CAD real quick, as called, just a push to the upside, at least to the daily 50. We have all these bottom intels here for the week, kind of validating more opportunity, but overall still have my bias because of the strong break above the 20 MA initially from last week, and then we were still sitting above that daily 20 MA with a set target at least to the 50. So tonight, again, along with a lot of the dollar pairs, just a nice move to the upside so far for the evening for about 60 pips. One of my good friends was looking at catching this trade and missed it. But yeah, with the tweezer bottoms here, tweezer bottom intels there, just it was pretty much a solid textbook opportunity. So we should be seeing some more upside, at least to the 50. But we'll see if we get a pullback going into the Euro Open or the London session, and then into the early part of the U.S. session. So go from there. So yeah, so far so good on those markers of the trades. It's been following through. And then we'll quickly look at our pound pairs, right? So remember, we have pound Aussie on the list. I talked about these Fibonacci targets, at least at the bare minimum 23.6. Mind you, this was from the bottoming tail that it closed out with from Friday. So we got an immediate activity to the upside, a break of the 23.6, and now we are currently at the 382. So Beautiful, beautiful opportunity here. I love it. Again, the 382 giving 230, just about 230 pips on this trade. So it moved immediately. It didn't waste any time. And I appreciate those type of opportunities for sure. Same with pound CAD. Nice move to the upside immediately from Friday's close, and then pound New Zealand. A little bit of a drag from Sunday's open, but right after that, Monday confirmed with another bottoming tail, not really breaking this previous low, and then we just got a nice move to the upside since then. We may see more, but again, targets are solid. And as I said with the pound pairs, when I did my review on Sunday, was that a lot of these pairs are probably going to be short term, so don't try to trade it long for like too much of the week. Just set your targets like with pound Dorsey is like get out at the 23.6 or the 382 or the 50 fib level at most. I wouldn't be trying to drag these trades out too much. But yeah, great opportunity. So far, it was a 5 for 5 trade. Like all the trades that were called follow suit and follow through, and I am very pleased with that. The dollar pairs, as I said, just took a little longer than anticipated, but that's okay because that's expected. Especially since euro dollar is still kind of in this sell zone or this not sell zone, but in this consolidated zone here, and we're really not gonna get any big break unless it breaks this daily 50, which if we close out as a weekly cone beneath this 8 in May, I will anticipate a short. So that'll set the tone for the monthly, which probably needs that 8 in May to catch up anyway, so I can see that happening. But we'll see what happens on this pullback and see if I want to get back in or maybe give a little energy and focus to dollar CAD, which is one of the trades that I actually like more, which is kind of going into a weekly cone trade as well. So that's about it for this week. Again, all of our trades that were called went well. So we had euro dollar short, dollar CAD long, pound Aussie long, pound CAD long, pound New Zealand long. And again, we are on target for our 10 days of trading. That euro dollar trade pushed us forward by quite a bit because we were on, I think, roughly day 4 with the losses, but because I was stuck in the trade, I had to maximize the trade opportunities, and it covered us for all of the days. As I said on Sunday, getting into this trade is going to cover us for at least where we need to be, which it did. So I'm happy to have that done. But thank you for joining. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment for any questions, thoughts, ideas. I'll definitely address it. Yeah, and share it with a friend. Any fellow family members, friends, fellow traders. Just continuing on a journey and slowly chipping away to get us back up to that $1,000 mark, so that we can start building back up towards where we need to go. So just taking it slow, being a lot more smarter this month, being a lot more consistent, being a lot more focused, and obviously the markets are going into a different mode as well, being that we're out of that summer conundrum. So it feels good to be back in the grace of the volatility of the regular market. So, but again, thank you, and I will catch you guys on Sunday's analysis. But so far, a very successful week, and I'll see what we got cooking up for next week. All right, y'all. Have a good one.